Another point is that he criticizes is the long sentences and the way we write and express. Now this is also in the beginning when I first started reading the Destiny material. That was quite a hard point for me. Yet I soon realized why things were written this way. The reason is because everything is in this world, all the communication you have with people, all the things you read in books, it seems to be very straightforward, and you listen to it once and you kind of understand it, and then you just forget it. So it's as if you do not actually retain any information. So by complicating, and it's not on purpose, it's not that we are complicated. Once you start to understand it, once you get to grips with it, it is actually very straightforward, simple and direct and specific to the point. It's like maths. If I start writing quantum mechanics equations in front of you, you're not going to understand any of it probably if you didn't study quantum mechanics. But if a quantum physicist looks at it, he will clearly understand. But before he got to the point of understanding, he had to study, he had to push himself to understand the language and the symbolism, etc., of the words, of the symbols. And only then he will be able to actually realize and see the simplicity of those equations, and to a certain extent the beauty of it, as they say. So yes, it can be hard at the beginning to understand what we're saying, the way we express it can be hard to read it, but that is exactly the point, because you have to push yourself to fully understand the words and what they mean together. What is the meaning? What are they portraying? And that's why it can be hard in the beginning, because you're not used to this kind of language, let's say. You're not used to the way the phrases are constructed. And so you have to read it maybe 2-3 times until you actually understand what is being said. But once you get it, it is plain obvious what is being said and specific, and there is no way around it. Another thing is, he asked his guides, whatever that is, if he should make these videos, and the guides said yes, he should make the videos. This video response, that's what I mean. So I don't know which guys you're talking with, but if you're still talking with them, why don't you ask him about them? Why don't you ask your guides about important shit like how to sort out the poverty and starvation in this world, how to sort out pollution, how to sort out crime, how to sort out drug abuse. If you really have some beings that apparently know more than everybody else on this earth, because they are in another realm and they have special abilities and whatever, do they know how to sort out the problems? Why are they not helping the people on earth? Why I don't have a guide, I can't talk to a guide. Why is that? Why do you have a guide and I don't have a guide? Maybe you need some guidance and I don't? Is that what it means? I mean, my point is, seriously, those guides only exist in your head. They do not exist anywhere else. It is something that you have created for yourself and that you are possessed by. Ask yourself, could you live without your guides? If what you have there in your mind were to disappear, who would you be? How would you be? What would you do? If you experience anything that cannot be physically measurable, you are deceiving yourself big time. So Jordan, that's what you're doing. You are deceiving yourself by believing that those voices or images or whatever that you experience are real. I mean, just be self-honest about it. You can't control it. It happens to you. The flashes that you talked about, it happens to you. It's not that you control them. It's like you go to sleep and you dream. It just happens to you. You're not in control of it. Another point. Oh yeah, so in the end of his video he says we have to try and open our minds, expand our minds to let God flow through us. So, to let God flow through us, I mean this I suppose is why what we're saying at Destiny goes against what Jordan believes fully, deeply, which is he believes in God. And at Destiny we clearly state there's no God. And that's why we piss off so many Christians and all of that, because we're saying there's no God. And that God, like Nietzsche said, is dead. Or like Osho said, God has never been born, because it has never been born and is yet to be born within each one of us, as we stand equal and one with and as life. In other words, there is nothing that is going to save us. There is nothing that is here to protect us. Because just look at the millions of people that die every year from starvation and preventable diseases, and the billions that work hand to mouth. Where is God for them? God is money. If you have millions in your bank account, to a certain extent you are pretty safe in this world. If you don't, it really is as if God is not on your side, and your life is going to be miserable, and you're going to be a slave to those that have all the millions and billions. So this bullshit talk of opening your mind and expand your mind and let God flow through us, please, seriously, if I'm hungry, if I'm dying from a disease, if I'm thirsty, opening my mind is not going to do anything. It's not going to change my situation. I'm just going to die. And how the fuck you open your mind? What is that supposed to mean? Open your mind to what? More crap? My point is that this is all a spiritual talk of love and light that does not work in any way. It doesn't work. What we have to do is face ourselves. Face our deception, face our dishonesty. Stop it and change it. By thinking that you are opening your mind and letting God flow through you, it's not going to change you in any way. It's just going to perpetuate even more your own lie. So, this is my response. this should be clear, that it should be clear by now. What is the point of destiny? And what we stand for. I will just say it again to make sure there is no mistake. We stand for equality and oneness. We stand for practical ways that include all life. We stand for a system that considers all life equally and that provides all life a dignified life. And within this, there is no magic, there's no tricks, there's no magic potion that will sort out things. We will have to physically change ourselves, we'll have to physically move ourselves, we'll have to physically implement the system itself that will make this world a heaven in itself. Isn't this the point? What else are we here for? To abuse one another? To kill one another? To completely abuse nature in the name of having a huge digital number in our bank accounts? In other words, in the name of profit and greed? Is that what we're here for? Are we idiots? Or are we here on this earth to actually enjoy ourselves and each other, and thus make it so? This is the purpose of Destiny. This is why Destiny is doing the videos. This is why we as a group make these videos. Because obviously first we need to gather people. We need to gather, because as just one person you can't do anything. It has to be a group of people that through politics, because that's how changes are made in this world, it's through politics. So through politics we will propose a system that will level everybody, that will equalize everybody within the context of what is physically required for each one to live, which is something that doesn't exist in this world. So yes, this is the end of my video. Response. Thanks.